any of the missions in Orlais? Were there even any missions in Orlais? Okay, I'm gonna wait to meet the Arcanist. Oh. I guess we won't be going through there. Okay.
What was this place? So much room for whatever was here.
There's the shards. Oh, come on. I know I can read this. Request for resources on the Fade. Regarding your request, as a noted partner of the Inquisition, Lady Montelier has ensured our contacts are quick to reply. The few titles on hand accompany this letter, with the remaining en route from libraries in Valrio and surrounding. Archivist Bannon. Baden Spirits Mysterious by Brother Ferdinand Genetivi. An Enchanter's Observations by Anonymous. The Unholy Grace, author unknown. On Silver Cords by First Enchanter Irving. Wisdom Failed. The Hedge Mage, collected by First Enchanter Heron. Translations of the El Ilan Excavation, collected by Brother Ferdinand Genetivi. To Vinter Journeys Inward by Archon Vius. Our Orlesian Heart by formerly Sister Laudine. Speaking to the Other, a translation by Lady Ginn. On Lyrium, a Templar's Memoir by Sertraeus. Dalish Myth and Collected Truths Against, collected by Sister Petrine. Elvin Dees Falsus, True Metadracus, untranslated, author unknown. Clearly, I guess it must be Elvin. There are 2 more pages of titles listed. That's a lot of books. Or a good number of them. Flowers. I don't think... Oh, there's Solus. Jeez. I knew he had to be in here.
I need to know more about Corypheus.
We spoke of this on our travels to Skyhold. What more can I tell you? Cassandra and Varric seem more familiar with their adversary.
Well, I'll take advice from just about anyone right now.
I'm flattered. I claim no secret wisdom, but I will guess as best I can.
I would like to know more about the orb he carries.
As I said, that must be the means by which he created the breach. I suspect the blast to destroy the Conclave was more accident than anything. The result of unlocking power that had sought release for ages. What I cannot understand is how he managed to survive such an explosion.
He probably survived the same way I did, by falling into a rift.
You said that you believed the orb is elven.
I never would have believed a Devinter mage could unlock such a powerful relic. It clearly enhances his abilities, giving him access to power he should never have known.
Like the power to control the archdemon.
Indirectly, one assumes. Nothing in any law connects my people to the old god dragons who became archdemons.
What do you think Corypheus will do next?
You shamed him when you destroyed Haven. Spoiled his glorious victory. It would be worse to acknowledge that you had done so. He must continue on his course or show weakness. He will return to his plans to throw Orlais into chaos, and then conquer it for Devinter.
What can you tell me about the source of Corypheus's power?
According to the law, the ancient Magistars of Devinter received guidance from the old gods. Corypheus commands a false archdemon, a corrupted old god. This suggests he no longer sees himself as their minion. Some of his unique power comes from the corruption of the Blight. The rest may come from the orb he carries.
We'll talk later.
Of course.
Wow. A little course there, right, Solus? Dorian!
Brilliant, isn't it? One moment you're trying to restore order in a world gone mad. That should be enough for anyone to handle, yes? Then, out of nowhere, an archdemon appears and kicks you in the head. What? You thought this would be easy? No, I was just hoping you wouldn't crush our village like an anthill. Sorry about that. Archdemons like to crush, you know. Can't be helped. Am I speaking too quickly for you?
I was distracted, that's all.
Distracted? By my wit and charm? I have plenty of both.
I'll be the judge of that.
I am here on approval. I'll do my best to be brilliant under scrutiny. I always assumed the Elder One behind the Venatori was a Magister, but this is something else completely. In Tevinter, they say the Chantry's tales of Magisters starting the Blight are just that, tales. But here we are. One of those very Magisters, a dark spawn.
Who does the Imperium say started the Blight?
You know how it is. Not us. They say Darkspawn were always there. Magisters and the Blight aren't even related. Is that a surprise? No one wants to admit they shit the bed. But if Corypheus is one of the Magisters who entered the Black City and he's Darkspawn, what other explanation is there?
Why does that make you angry?
Because the Imperium is my home. I knew what I was taught couldn't be the whole truth, but I assumed there had to be a kernel of it, somewhere. But no, it was us all along. We destroyed the world.
Last I checked, the Blights hadn't actually destroyed the world.
Not for lack of trying. If they were more clever, they'd have unleashed something that would really do the job. I have no intention of letting Corypheus win. Not without someone from Tevinter standing against him. It would have been nice if you'd helped stop Alexius. But that's not how things went. So be it. If it's all the same to you, I'd like to stay and help the Inquisition.
You'd really fight your own countrymen.
Southerners like to think of the Imperium as nothing but slavers and cultists. Why not? That's all you see. But it's not true. Some Tevinters are not only handsome and well-dressed, but rather put off by all that rot. So, I'll happily kill cultists or anyone who thinks a Darkspawn god is the way of the future.
For someone who claims to be so well-dressed, Dorian, why the hell don't you have a shoulder? Like, anything on your shoulder? We're in the mountains. It's freezing. Hell yeah,
we can use all
Dorian
the help we can
Stain.
get.
No one will thank me whatever happens. No one will thank you either. You know that, yes?
We don't know what will happen. Nobody does.
An optimist! Such a rare breed. I've stumbled upon a unicorn. All I know is this. Corypheus needs to be stopped. Men like him ruined my homeland. I won't stand by and let him ruin the world.
Okay.
Oh, and congratulations on that whole leading the Inquisition thing, by the way.
New operations available. Read. The Veil. I detest the notion that the veil is some manner of invisible curtain that separates the world of the living from the world of the spirits. Whether it be called the Fade or the Beyond is a matter of racial politics. I refuse to indulge in at the moment. There is no this side, and that side when it comes to the veil. One cannot think of it as a physical thing or a barrier or even a shimmering wall of holy light. Thank you very much for that image, your perfection. Think of the veil instead as opening one's eyes. Before you opened them, you saw a world as you see it now, static, solid, unchanging. Now that they are open, you see our world as the spirits see it, chaotic, ever-changing, a realm where the imagined and the remembered have as much substance as that which is real. More, in fact. A spirit sees everything as defined by will and memory. And this is why they are so very lost when they cross the veil. In our world, imagination has no substance. Objects exist independently of how we remember them or what emotions we associate with them. Mages alone possess the power to change the world with their minds, and perhaps this forms the nature of a demon's attraction to them. Who can say? Regardless, the act of passing through the veil is much more about changing one's perceptions than a physical transition. The veil is an idea. It is the act of transition itself, and it is only the fact that both living beings and spirits find the transition difficult that gives the veil any credence as a physical barrier at all. From a dissertation on the Fade as a physical manifestation by Marino, senior enchanter of the Minerathus Circle of Magi. Okay, that's pretty short. The folly of General Not Sheraton. 4. And so it was that victory was absolute, and cheers were raised for General Not Sheraton, and so buoyed by respect and admiration, Not Sheraton stood proud and removed the mask to state her true name. For had they not accepted her? Had they not thrived by her leadership? Had they not become comrades, despite station and mask and nonsense of protocol? And the answer was swift and bewildering, for they had not. And swiftly she was bundled away and called an impostor and spy and other terms she could not know, for she still did not know her lay.
Greetings to you, Inquisitor. I am to serve as assistant to any research concerns. You'll find my skills are exceptional. I hope they prove useful.
You are taking over the duties of Minave?
Yes. She said she was needed elsewhere and that I should serve the Inquisition to the best of my ability.
What
What is she doing?
I wasn't told.
I was gonna say, I thought I rescued Minaive.
How can you serve the Inquisition?
I am to aid in the research of all creatures encountered in your efforts as leader of the Inquisition.
I'm trying to
What
see.
makes you particularly qualified?
I remember being fond of animals. I don't remember why.
So she's a tranquil, but aren't they supposed to have like a marking on their forehead? I don't think she does.
You were made tranquil.
Yes, I am tranquil. It was necessary due to a willful nature that made wielding magic a dangerous endeavor. I remember that being a difficult time, but I cannot remember why. My skills are well used in my current position.
That sucks.
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
Not optimal given the facilities. Skyhold should be improved, or our efforts will continue to suffer.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
So, tranquil sound pretty, wooden, for lack of a better word, because they pretty much have no emotions. As, you encountered, she kept saying, I can't remember why. That's because the reason doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters is pretty much logic, and that's about it. They've been robbed of their emotions, and not their reason, but their emotions. Their ability, I guess, they are people, but they're not like regular people. They've been cut off from their magic and therefore made not as whole as regular people, which is sad. Who are you?
Oh, Inquisitor, greetings. I was recently appointed by Sister Liliana to keep her books in order. I'm so pleased to be here, helping out in my small way. Well, I should get back to work.
Okay. On the condition of your charges, dear Liliana, you'll be happy to learn that your friends are doing well. Schmooples the second is still unhappy about his meal plan and tries to get into the pantry. I had to have a bolt installed, and now he whines constantly. The two little ones are still a handful, but good news, I've managed to discourage Boulette from relieving herself on the silk rug Justinia gave you. So, these are describing, nugs I think is what they're called, if I remember correctly. They're the kind of hairless-looking rabbits. Felicine, from 2 doors over, has been visiting almost every day to play with the nugs. Yep. She is quite delightful, and Schmooples the second is fond of her. I suspect it is because she brings him sweets from her father's shop. Had to ask her governess to keep her from visiting the house. However, as someone tried to infiltrate it 2 nights ago, an agent of one of the Blanchards hoping to uncover some of the Nightingale's secrets, I neutralized and interrogated him. His ability to withstand questioning was deplorable. Someone needs to talk to the Blanchards about their spies. All I had to do was put Schmooples the second in his face and tell him that I hadn't fed the creature that day. Your pet played his part admirably. I received your orders and will depart for Ferelden as soon as possible. I have arranged for Garter to take over nug keeping. Sparrow.
I'm sorry.
So am I.
The names of those we lost. You must blame me for this.
We all saw who attacked us. We know exactly who to blame.
I keep wondering if I could have done something different. When the first of my lookouts went missing, I pulled the rest back, awaiting more information. If they'd stayed in the field, they could have bought us more time. I was afraid to lose my agents. And instead, we lost Haven.
More likely, they would have stayed out there, died, and we would have lost Haven anyway.
You don't know that. Their lives could have bought Haven a small chance. My people know their duty. They know the risks. They understand that the Inquisition may call upon them to give their lives.
True. There are soldiers. They'll do what we need them to.
If Corypheus is cold, I must be colder. War demands sacrifices of us all.
For a moment there, I thought you didn't actually have a chair to sit on, Liliana. Okay, read. That one's quite long.
Sister Liliana will want access to the birds. Get the cages up here. Quickly.
A note found in Skyhold's rookery. Sadler. Baron Plucky. I don't care how many missions he's flown or how many lives his actions have saved. He is a holy terror. Nearly pecked out my eye the last time I tried to attach a message to him. All the dramatic flapping and squawking caused the sister to come over. You should have seen her look when she snatched the letter from me. If I had a weird constitution, it might have killed me on the spot. I suppose she thought I was trying to murder her prized raven. All she had to do was coo at him, and the Baron hopped under her shoulder all sweetness and nestled into her face. How does she do it? All the birds like her. Is it blood magic? Is it blood magic? It's blood magic, isn't it? Weaver. Okay, well, unfortunately, I cannot keep this up. I have to, stop for dinner. So, I'm gonna end it here and make a mental note to myself that I've already talked to everybody in this wing of the castle. Everyone else is basically outside, so this is a good place to end it. Oh dear. Okay. So, thank you all for tuning in. I hope to start releasing videos again. I am very, very sorry once more for the long delay in videos, and hopefully that won't happen again. And things should also get better with my computer when I get a brand new one. Won't that be nice? Alright, thanks everyone. Hope you all have a good evening.